Hey everybody, how you doing? It is Mr. Bookman, and I will be reading Shannon and the World's Tallest Leprechaun by Callahan and illustrated by Kathleen. Kemly. Please enjoy. Shannon loved to step dance, but she didn't think she looked like an Irish step dancer. Other girls had fancy wigs. She curled her own hair for competition. Other girls had expensive dresses from Ireland. Shannon's mom had made her dress. The other girls had brand new hard shoes. Shannon had an old second-hand pair with scuffs no amount of shining could cover. It was 3 days before the St. Patrick's Day step dance contest held at the Irish American Hermitage Center. Shannon didn't think she'd win, but she was practicing anyway when, with a loud chirp creak, the heel snapped off her left shoe. She knew her mom and dad couldn't afford to buy her new shoes. But how could she enter the contest with a broken heel? It was hopeless. Blinking back tears, Shannon went outside to throw her shoes in the garbage. Suddenly, she remembered something her dad had told her once when he was sad. If you close your eyes and count backwards in Gaelic, the ancient Irish language, a leprechaun might appear to grant a wish. There was nothing to lose. Shannon closed her eyes and counted. A hatchik, a sea chick, a sea, a clug, a cat hair, a tree, a dew, and a heron. She opened her eyes. Standing before her was a bearded man wearing a shoemaker's leather apron. He looked just like she imagined a leprechaun would accept, but he wasn't a wee man. You must be 6 feet tall, she blurred. If you must know, the man said, frowning, I'm 5'11", and I'm Lamb, the world's tallest leprechaun. Are you really a leprechaun? Shannon asked. Yes, Lamb said. aspirated. I get that all the time. Are you sure you're a leprechaun? You're way too big to be a leprechaun. But let's get down to business because your counting has summoned me here. I'm obligated to grant you 3 wishes, one each day for the next 3 days. Shannon thought only a moment. I wish for a brand new step dance outfit, a wig and a beautiful dress, and shoes with heels that don't break off. A wig, a dress, the leprechaun scuppered. What do those have to do with dancing? But a shoe, you do need that. Give me your broken one. I'll show you how to take care of the perfectly fine stuff you already have. He took the shoe, pulled a hammer and nail from his apron, and drove a nail through the heel into the sole. Now you try, he said. Shannon pounded in another nail. Good as new, even better, the leprechaun said. That's your first wish. Before Shannon could protest that having her shoe repaired wasn't her wish at all, Lamb had vanished. At dinner, Shannon was very quiet. Her mother asked her what was wrong. What do leprechauns look like? Shannon asked. Her dad laughed. Well, he said, they're usually drawn with beards. They're also pretty small. Her mom added, maybe a foot high. So how could that tall person be a leprechaun? Shannon wondered. After school, the next day, Shannon rushed to the backyard. Would the leprechaun return? She was about to count backwards in Gaelic when there was a wagging. There he was, wagging his finger in her face. No need to count again, he said grumpily. I'm a leprechaun who does what he says he'll do. Let's have the second wish. I asked. Shannon was ready. I wish I were a great Irish step dancer, she said. Did you know the best way to get better at something is to teach someone else how to do it? Demanded Lamb. This afternoon you're be showing me how to dance. Now Shannon was grumpy. Don't you ever just grant wishes? Does anyone have to work so hard? I'm no fairy godmother, Lamb said. I grant wishes in a proper manner. Are you really a leprechaun? You sure don't look like one. Lamb glowered at her. I know I'm very tall, he said, but I'm the best leprechaun that ever was. Now I look how How I look doesn't matter. How I grant wishes does. Now show me how to dance. So on the patio, in the cool March air, Shannon started the Leprechaun dance lesson. She showed him how to hold his arms to his sides and keep his high heels and his back straight. Then she demonstrated a simple treble jig. Floor knee, knee back, 2, 3, 4, she called. At first, Lamb danced like a rag doll, his limbs going every which way, but after a long, grueling practice, they were dancing together in perfect time. You know, I think that's the best I've ever danced, Shannon said, out of breath. Did I tell you about teaching Aloud? The Leprechaun said. It's a great practice. Shannon closed her eyes and wiped some sweat from her face. When she opened her eyes again, Lamb was gone. Shannon ran into the house. If you meet a leprechaun, what would you wish for? She asked her dad. Gold, of course, her dad said. Leprechauns are supposed to hide a pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. Why all the questions about leprechauns? Oh, you know, St. Patrick's Day and all, Shannon said at last. The next day, Lamb again appeared in the backyard. Right away, Shannon asked, do you have a pot of gold buried at the end of the rainbow? Yee, it's true, Lamb said. Did you Google me or something? Is it within the rules for me to wish some of your gold? 'Tis, and if you practice some more tomorrow on St. Patrick's Day, I will give you some, he said, grinning. Again, the Leprechaun and Shannon danced together. When Lamb disappeared for the first time ever, Shannon felt she could win. It was drizzling on St. Patrick's Day as Shannon walked confidently to the Irish-American Hermitage Center. But when she saw Bridget in her fine curly wig, Kathleen in her fancy dress, and Meg in her new hard shoes, Shannon began to lose heart. She just didn't look like a step dancer. It was her turn to dance. She went on stage with only her own curls, wearing her homemade dress and scuffed up hard shoes. Now it was raining very hard. Oh, what was the point? She looked at the crowd. There were her mom and dad smiling. Back when she saw the leprechaun. His silly hat towered over the crowd, and he winked at her. Shannon took a deep breath. If Lim could grant wishes looking nothing like a leprechaun, maybe she could dance in her own shoes. When the violinist started to play, Shannon thought only about dancing. Her curls bounced, her dress swirled, and her shoes thumped. She danced the most beautiful treble jig she ever danced. The rain stopped and the sun broke through the clouds. Shannon's courteous, the crowd cheer. Someone shouted, "Brilliant!" She knew it was Lamb. When Shannon won her first prize, she caught sight of a rainbow racing across the sky. It seemed to point right to the shiny medal hanging around her neck. So this was the Leprechaun's gold. She looked at Lamb in the crowd. He had vanished once more, but she could not sworn she heard him whisper in her ear, "Happy St. Patrick's Day, Shannon." Wow. Well, I guess he helped her, huh? He made her wish come true. Well, do any of you believe in leprechauns? If you do, let me know with a thumbs up if you believe in leprechauns. Just curious if you believe in leprechauns. Well, everybody, hope all of you enjoyed this St. Patrick's Day story, and if you did, give it a thumbs up. Share it. If you're new and you came along this book reading, hit that red subscribe button down below and subscribe to my channel and check out my other book readings I got. But until my next book reading, they call me Mr.Bookman. And this book reading's over. Have a good one and happy St. Patrick's Day, everybody.